Hey, you guys. Time for a smudge. Good juju in. Good juju in. Good juju in. Good juju in. All right. All right. So, we have some things here. I'm going to talk about the Pope's passing and Rufus being there just beforehand. And talk about the car place that is owned by the Space Cadet. Hope I can get all this in here. I was not messing around today. If any of you saw the post I made yesterday, you have got to be EFFIN kidding me. Birthrate booster. And talk about those things today. I've been doing my research. And we will check out President Harris and see where she's at as well. Got the new deck today. It's very simply the Cute Ghost deck. Okay, so let's do that. You know what? We'll use that for Kamala's energy. What do you think of that? One more, they said. Mixing it up a little today. We might do the pendulum for some of those topics. All right, Spirit Team. Kamala's energy, please. The Empress. The embodiment of all the queens. Balanced. Passionate, compassionate, truthful and honest, and grounded. We have the Star card. More of that balance. Balanced giving is what I'm hearing. Giving us balance. Five of Wands. Arguing. What I'm hearing is people, naysayers, saying, you can't do that. You can't. You can't. You can't bring up that. Hold on there. Where's my words? You cannot bring up the contender selection pilferage. Sure she can. And it's going to be brought up. Four of Cups. Done, done, and done. With the opportunity right here. Waiting for her to turn around and grab it. Lovers, partnerships. Nine of Cups. Wish granted, wish fulfillment. Page of Coins. Messages coming out about concerning the contest results. Death, rebirth, transformation. Do you see the crown at the bottom? The not literal unaliving, but the downfall of the current king, quote unquote, being facetious and sarcastic. The Sun card. Revitalization of the government, of our emotional frame of mind. This is not her energy of feeling trapped. This will be his energy of feeling trapped because there's going to be nowhere to turn. No one for him to rely on. No one's going to listen to his BS. Oh, no one that matters. And the Fool, taking a leap of faith, which is what she is doing. Okay. Excellent. Okay. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Don't forget our weekly Thursday night all live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, political questions only, and our first Friday of every month, members live. That is for personal questions only. Don't mind me. Just getting my things. Okay, so let's talk about the Pope's passing it, because Spirit was telling me that well, you'll find out when I ask the question. But first, let's call in our bubble, our protection. Okay. I'm surrounded by a bubble of white light. Nothing bad, awful, evil, nasty, dark, dense, heavy, or deceitful can get through. I call on the light from the universe, from source energy, from God, to blend with my light. Swirling white and purple light all around me. Okay. Let's bring you down here. There we go. All right. David, are you here? Yes, thank you. Spirit team, are you here? Yes, thank you. Archangel Michael, are you here? Yes, thank you. Archangel Raphael, are you here? Yes, thank you. Archangel Oriel, are you here? Yes, thank you. Archangel Azrael, are you here? Yes, thank you. And my grandma is here. Hello, Grandma. Are you here with us? Yes, okay. Thank you, Grandma. Thanks for for joining. Okay, all right. So my question is, was the Pope giving Rufus a hard time one of the last things on his list on his soul contract that he needed to fulfill? Yes. Is that why he waited until he did to exit the planet? Yes, thank you. Okay, so anywho, that was something he needed to do. It was in his soul contract to do it. Apparently they've been having unpleasant exchanges back and forth for a while, and this was nothing new. But this last interaction between the two of them, the Pope did not want to see him. He wasn't interested in dealing with Rufus. And basically he was sending a message letting Rufus know that he isn't as important as he thinks he is. Okay. So the car company that the Space Cadet owns, apparently unions are filing lawsuits against the Department of Goons and Evil People. Okay. Let's see. Will Space Cadet's car company go bankrupt? That's a yes. All right. Okay. Thank you, Spirit Team. All right, so there's also something called, and this is one of a few offers, it's called a Birthrate booster. One offer is $5,000 per child for women to produce children. Another offer, and this isn't, none of this has been offered yet, but these are what's on the table. A scholarship to a prestigious bougie school. Also, apparently there's an activist. I'm going to have to assume she's a conservative. Simone Collins, and that she and her husband sent some executive order drafts to be written up, and one of them is that women with 6 or more children will receive a National Medal of Motherhood. Okay, this is ridiculous. So I'm going to put this in a way that's not going to get me in trouble. Space Cadet is trying to populate the planet with certain shades of children. Okay? And I do say planet. Spirit Team said planet. Obviously starting here in the United States. But his plan is to make that worldwide. So in order to do that, we would have to obliterate countless countries. Okay? And countless races. And I always say, what is the point in being all powerful if you have no one to wield the power over? So anywho, so let's see if that birth rate booster thing's going to happen. Okay, is the Space Cadet going to be successful in with the birth rate booster idea that he has? No. Okay, thank you. And apparently he has a compound for his 14 children and 3 mothers, 3 of the mothers of some of those children. In Texas, that's, I think it was 47,000 square feet. Sounds like a bunker to me. Sounds like a boom shelter to me. So remember, the faster they pull this crap, the faster we get to where we want to be. Okay, I think that's it. That's it for the... Hello. That's it for the my research. I'll put this to the side in case we need to ask some more questions. Okay, let's see. Let's just start pulling cards and see what happens. Mystic Soul Tarot. Not a promotion. All right. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys. I already shared this with someone. Sorry, honey, if you hear me repeat myself. So I was dozing off on purpose. Set my timer for 20-25 minutes and I'll doze off. So, sometimes. So, I'm getting ready to actually go to sleep, and I'm dozing off, and a lot of stuff from my past has been coming up. I mean, 95% of it has been brought up and cleansed and released and all that stuff. But there's going to be stuff. And the frame of mind that I've been in lately is that low energy, that low mood thing, bordering on depression. So, and I'm not complaining. I'm just stating facts. So I was so that's going to bring up some memories of when I was, and this is years ago, when I did suffer from severe depression. This is, again, years ago. No condolences, none of that. It's very common, and I'm not the only person on the planet who's ever been depressed. But my life was a lot different then. So generally, as with a lot of people who have suffered depression, my life has changed a great deal for the better, but it's still changed, right? So it's still, in a way, I mourn my old life. Okay, which is normal. That's what we're supposed to do. So I'm sitting there dozing off, and I started to get back into that energy before I dozed off, of that low energy, that low mood thing, and this was not a memory, okay, though. It wasn't a memory. It was me living. I was literally living a situation, starting to live a situation from my past a long time ago when I did suffer from severe depression. I back then I couldn't wash a fork. Okay, that's how bad it was. But again, just stating facts, not feeling sorry for myself. But so I'm sitting there and I'm reliving this, starting to relive this situation, and the only way I can explain it is that I was on a different timeline. I was on a different timeline then, but it was like that timeline was here too if I chose to get on it. If I chose to get on that timeline. Remember, we're experiencing multiple timelines. It doesn't mean that they're all good feeling or good feeling, okay? They can be timelines from our past. So I'm starting to experience this timeline from my past. And all of a sudden, me on another timeline goes, okay, so you have a choice. You can go back to living in that low energy, that depressed energy, or you can stand up, put your shoulders back, take a deep breath, and really immerse yourself into this new energy that you've been living in. Because this energy I'm living in is foreign to me. I can't speak for anybody else. It's completely different. And you guys, my community, you guys are a huge piece of that. So I just want to put that out there. So I was able to make a conscious decision to really immerse myself into this moment that I'm living right now. Of course, I can go to higher timelines, absolutely, and I want to, and I do. We all do. But I was able to make a conscious choice to let that other timeline go, and I never have to get back on that other timeline again. I can stick to this one moment by moment. I can visit other timelines. I can do all of those things, but I do not ever have to go back to the old timeline. Because the reality is, it would be the easier path. To, as painful as it is, it would be the easiest path to go back to the old timeline. I'm not here for that. I put myself here for a reason, and that's not it. So that was wild, and it was euphoric again. When I really connect to spirit or my higher self, it's euphoric for me. It's a trip. So anywho, I wanted to share that experience with you guys. Okay. What I say, the mystic soul. I think I have shuffled that enough. Let's just pull some cards. Five of Wands. And more arguing. This is not the first time I pulled the Five of Wands today. Arguing with different aspects of ourselves. Maybe some of you are experiencing what I experienced. Oh, excuse me. So relaxing. Maybe some of you are experiencing what I experienced. The Empress, there she is again. This is who our mind is on. Speaking of which, I was going to make a video, so I'm gonna do a short quip here instead of making an entire video. I know that many of us have not forgotten the contest selection pilferage that took place in 2024. I don't know when it started for this specific contest, so I'm not even going to try to go there. But it's like, I mean, you hear it sometimes, you hear it more than you did, but we're not hearing nearly enough about it. See where I'm going with that? Did people forget? I mean, some people are just waking up and, oh my God, have you been noticing? Every now and then I'll get a notification for a video from an independent news person. And one of them today said, The Awakening. I'm like, well, you guys are a little late to the party, but welcome aboard. It's happening. In front of our faces. They're using our words, you guys. They're using our words. It's a beautiful thing, people. But back to the contest pilferage. Again, we are hearing more than we did, say, 3 months ago. But we're not hearing nearly enough. there is a very large part of me that wants to I pick and choose who I talk about this with. Yeah, I'm talking about it with you guys, but you guys are different. You're on the train. You're on the same train I'm on. So with that, with a lot of things actually, but I want to tell somebody that matters, somebody that can do something. The problem is that people are being told. People who can do something are being told, and it isn't that they're not doing anything. They weren't before. But I think they are now. As a matter of fact, I know they are now. They're not going to tell us about it. All of this has to be on the down low. All of this has to be hidden from certain people's ears and awarenesses. But Spirit keeps telling me that these things are being acted on. Actively acted on. Like now. Okay? So, in case anybody thinks that we've forgotten about that the contest shenanigans, I don't think a single one of us here has forgotten about that. And it's going to come out. And it may not be the first thing that comes out. But, again, it's going to be a culmination of several different things. He is being given enough rope to hang himself. And there's rope to spare. For his minions and for the people who are really pulling the strings. And the oligarchies. Them's peoples too. Okay. So honestly, if I make a video about that contest shenanigans, I'm gonna get in trouble. I know me. I will not hold back. I will get banned from the tube of the U. Spirit said, keep it simple, silly. Temperance, balance. Now, I think this came up last week at some point, balance, that we are feeling a little more balanced. I didn't say completely, okay, because that's not, no. A little more balanced. Because that balance comes from inside. It doesn't come from the external stuff. It comes from inner work. It doesn't come from external circumstances. A person could have chaos all around them, and we do, and still find balance within themselves. It's not the outside world's job to balance us, it's ours. All right, what else you got for us, Spirit? The Sun, this is good. It's very positive. Three of Swords. Yeah, we're still feeling that. And I think I mentioned it last video, we don't want to stop. We don't want to stop feeling betrayed. Because if we do, we'll forget. So at some point in time in the future, and probably not the very near future, we will look back on this, and we won't, our feelings about it won't be as intense. But humans have a habit of forgetting emotional pain once they've moved through it. So, Spirit Team, talk to us about the light workers, the people who are waking up now. Talk to us about the people that are waking up now. Have we tipped the scales? Well, I know we've tipped the scales, but have we tipped the scales enough for things to be done? Eight of Wands, very swift, lots of information, which is happening now, lots and lots more coming, and swift actions being taken. Remember, Spirit said, and has been saying, it's going to come without notice. We're just going to be minding our own business, which is why it's going to come. Because we'll finally be minding our own business instead of fussing over all this stuff all the time, sending our negative juju towards it. Minding our own business. And then there's going to be a news flashing across, some news flash across your phone or your computer. You're going to open an email and it's going to be right there. A friend or relative is going to say, oh my God, this happened and that happened. It's going to come without us knowing about it. The sneak attack aspect is very important. I can't stress that enough. Death, rebirth, transformation of a country. Our country is made up of individual souls. Doesn't matter how awful they are. They still have souls. And some of you are going to give me guff about that, but it's true. Four Swords. Rest. Four Swords to me is the, all right, that's it, I'm not doing this anymore card. And I don't think it doesn't have anything to do about we're not going to protest anymore, we're giving up, blah, blah, blah. We're not, that's not what that means. That means I'm not going to put myself through the ringer anymore. Got my protection, my clarity, my swords. I'm going to rest up a little bit. I'm going to take care of myself. If 50% of the planet took care of itself, we picked one day out of the week, and 50% of the planet just did self-care, boom. Final outcome. The outcome we're looking for would be right there. Knight of Swords. Oh my God, I wish I'd stopped doing that. Sorry, you guys. Can't help it. Knight of Swords. Knight's complete task. Not always bringing messages, but that is definitely a message of clarity. Judgment. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. What else do we have? The Magician. Pulling stuff out of the hat. The way that we feel right now, the collective, is that we have all this information, and even people who aren't in the spiritual community, any spiritual community, know something is up. Everyone can feel, and everyone can feel energy. Everyone, whether they're aware of it or not. But how we feel as a collective is we have all this information and there's nothing we can do about it. Like we can't, now hold up, let me finish. We can't force other people to do things about it. There's a reason and a rhyme to I don't want the word stall. There's a reason and a rhyme behind how long it's taking. Let's get them all. Every single one of them. Quit messing around. Not piecemealing this one and that one and the other one. One right after the other. Queen of Swords, off with your head. The Queen bringing truth. Wands, mostly, we got a lot of swords. Lots of clarity here. And 10 of Cups, the emotional rewards card. Okay. Going to be a short one today. I don't think you guys will mind. I hope. Okay. Pinned to the comments section will be the brain fart. Tea mugs and t-shirts. T-shirts and tea mugs website. The tea mugs are up. Someone was kind enough and sweet enough to send me an F rump 3-finger salute graphic. So I think one will go on, it'll go on a cup and it'll go on a t-shirt. I am going to modify the Tree of Life. It's a beautiful thing, people graphic. I'm not doing it myself, but I'm going to modify it on the t-shirt itself so that you can get it in different colors. The background of, behind the Tree of Life itself will be transparent. Okay. And so we'll upload the F rump to a cup, and we'll upload the F rump to the soft tees, the soft t-shirts. All right. I'm also going to pull $3.99 off of those, off of the price. Now this is going to take me a day or two, but I will pull the $3.99 off of the price, and I'll suck up the shipping myself, which is fine. It's not a big deal. And then again, next national holiday, we will have a sale. Okay. We'll have a sale on the shirts. All right. Okay. So anyhow, that link is pinned to the comments section, first comment in the comment section, and it's also the 1, 2, 3, 4th line in the 4th line down in the description box. All right. Okay. Unless I put it at the top, whatever. It's in there. It's at the very top of the description box. I can't remember what I do from 1 minute to the next half the time. So anywho, thanks for showing up, you guys, and listening to me ramble. I hope you have a lovely Tuesday or Wednesday. Much love, many blessings. I'll see you in the funny papers.